Welcome back to Headlines, the only news that makes you chuckle. At least I do my best. Some of these things are kind of rough. In today's update, Hamas attacks Israel, Hillary wants to deprogram some people, Disney is going to ruin another classic, and your pumpkin spice latte is problematic. I'm Wes Austin, and these are your headlines. Is BLM siding with Hamas? Hamas launched a horrific terror attack on Israel from Gaza over the weekend. The current death toll is over 1,000 people from the attacks and still rising. As part of this attack, Hamas gunmen paraglided into a music festival where 260 people were killed. After the attack, the BLM chapter in Chicago sent out this tweet. It's an image of what appears to be a Hamas terrorist in a paraglider with the caption, "I stand with Palestine." The tweet has since been deleted. Now, not to be outdone, the Black Lives Matter grassroots organization released a statement in solidarity with the Palestinian people, calling the terrorist attack self-defense. So I guess, according to these BLM groups, the 9/11 hijackers, they weren't terrorists, they were just misunderstood air travel enthusiasts. What can you buy with $6 billion? After the deadly terrorist attack by Hamas in Israel, some are accusing the Biden administration of funding Hamas's terrorist attack by releasing $6 billion in frozen funds to Iran, the main backer of Hamas. The Biden administration said that the $6 billion is for humanitarian purposes. I guess Guns and Ammo is now a charitable foundation. Now, Biden has assured us that $6 billion is still there and that it's in good hands with Iran. They'll make sure that it's only used for humanitarian purposes. They promise. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think of trustworthiness, Iran is definitely what comes to mind. It's just like how I let my gambling Uncle Bob manage my savings. Hillary doesn't want to get rid of Trump supporters. She just wants to deprogram them. Hillary Clinton was on CNN where she called for the deprogramming of Trump supporters who she referred to as cult members.
At some point, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members, but something needs to happen.
I remember when liberals just wanted to unfriend you on Facebook. Clinton said that political debates are more difficult because of extremist Trump supporters within the Republican Party.
So many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure.
Think of deprogramming like brainwashing, only with less waterboarding. Now, some are saying that Hillary wants to deprogram half the country, which is an extremist position. There's no way they can fit that many people in Guantanamo Bay. Hillary's got a great list of accomplishments. Russia-Trump collusion, Benghazi, Whitewater. She can handle another scandal. After all, practice makes perfect. Let's try to look at the positive. Deprogramming isn't necessarily a bad thing. Look at the list of people who've been deprogrammed by the Clintons. Okay, maybe none of them got to enjoy their retirement, but they're all in a better place now. Disney has finally learned their lesson, and that's why they're going to remake Bambi. Disney's planning a remake of Bambi in order to modernize the film, and by modernize they mean ruin. They want to adapt the 1942 animated film into a live-action version. Based on what Disney did with the Snow White remake, I'm guessing that in this new Bambi he might learn to forage, discover friendships, and start an online petition to ban firearms. Or maybe in the new Bambi he decides he really should be a doe instead of a buck, and he has his horns and other stuff chopped off. Disney's new formula appears to be to take a classic, remove its charm, add wokeness, and then watch it tank. But there's still some small sliver of hope that Disney could make this a movie that people would enjoy. For example, what if they cast Rachel Zegler to play the role of Bambi's mom? At this school, you can be anything. A doctor, a lawyer, a giraffe, anything, except for honest. The 8th Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that an Iowa school district's policy forcing students to respect their classmates' so-called gender identity or risk discipline was a violation of the First Amendment. So I guess in these schools you might get detention for running in the hall or talking during class or accidentally calling a boy a boy. Now, insiders are saying that the school is still trying to push progressive policies by replacing gym class with a pronoun dodgeball. It's a game that teaches the children that the number of balls you have has nothing to do with your gender. The Washington Post, where every latte has a body count. The Washington Post doesn't want you to enjoy that pumpkin spice latte. They linked its key ingredient, nutmeg, to enslaved labor, the violent invasion of the Banda Islands in 1621, followed by corporate genocide, all for your nutmeg. I always thought the most violent thing about pumpkin spice was what it did to your waistline. So the next time your liberal friend is having a pumpkin spice latte and bragging about one of their kids being trans, ask them how it feels to literally sip the blood and tears of the oppressed. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. We'll see you next time.